What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, it's the 25th day of June. Here we are with about 22 hours and 40 minutes left in the day, sitting at about $106,000. Off to a good start on the day so far. You know, had a high of 106.7K right around there on Coinbase, but we're coming down a little bit. That's okay. Maybe we come down. That's fine. But we are moving up. We're having a nice, robust reaction off of this low 98.2K area. The day just turned red, so it's time to start panicking. No, that's probably not what's going to happen. I do want to say, though, actually, on that note, though, of panic, do not panic if we see a lower low. Right, the call at the moment is not, we've reversed the call. We keep reversing it, flip-flopping like every other day. But the call is not 95.8K, right? But it's very common, very typical, in fact, whenever you go below the 236 in this manner, before you see new relative highs, before you go up and you see new relative highs, that you would interact with the 382 first and then do that, okay? It's very, very common. In fact, doing this, going from here and going to new all-time highs is so uncommon. Like the statistical probability of that is, it's like less than 5% most of the time, if not 10%, something like that. Less than 10, less than 5%. It's crazy. So doing this is very, very uncommon, calling for the move to go to new all-time highs without interacting with this 382. Not always. Sometimes you find support at the 236 and then you move up, that's fine. But going below the 236 in this fashion, it's indicative that you go to the 382 before going higher. So the fact that we're not doing that, it's pretty bullish, actually. It's a very, very bullish thing. Whenever you're doing things that are uncommon to the bearish effect, that means you're going to do some very robust things to the bullish effect, probably. That's kind of my expectation. If we're looking at this here, another thing that kind of coincides with the idea that we would continue to move up is the pattern that we're doing, right? This pattern here that a lot of, I feel like, technical analysts that I respect even, they're failing to address it. And I don't get why, but it is I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but I don't think I am, man. This is clearly a diamond top pattern. It clearly is a diamond top, right? You've got the lower lows, the lower highs, the whole shebang, man. It is a diamond top. Yes, you've broken out of it, but the thing is with diamond tops, you guys, you can have price action outside the pattern. Right, that's actually very typical of a diamond top. That only reinforces my belief that this is a diamond top. On top of that, with diamond tops, whenever you break out in one direction, it's like 50% of the time you throw back to the breakout point and through it. They're known for high velocity moves, right? After the breakout and after the throwback too. This is a high velocity move. This is a high velocity move, right? Absolutely it was. They're known for high velocity moves, and this little divot in the middle, I feel like it gives it away a lot. The symmetrical shape at the end. By the way, anybody calling this a pennant, I don't get it, man. I'm not going to say they're silly. I mean, they kind of are silly, but there's like people that I respect who are calling this a pennant, and it doesn't make sense to me because a pennant is like this. You move up, you get a pennant, right? Like here, you moved up and you had a pennant right there. That's a pennant. You don't move up, you do all this stuff, and then you form a pennant. That's not how a pennant works. That's not it. That's kind of also reinforcing the idea that it's a diamond top because diamond tops are known for symmetrical triangle on both ends. It's not so well formed over here, but I'm arguing semantics right now. Who cares? The main point is that the personality of this pattern is being met directly with how it should, right? These are exactly what you should expect. This is exactly the kind of performance you should expect from a diamond top. Coming through here, we would expect that you continue to go to new all-time highs. High velocity. We have 6 days left, 5 days, 22 hours, 35 minutes left in this month, right? I would expect that by the end of the month, we are at new all-time highs. That's the expectation that I have. If we're looking at this here, actually, before we go on, I just wanted to say that there's a couple of things that I think are interesting, which is that the Bank of Japan, or not the Bank of Japan, Japan's financial services agency has proposed classifying crypto under the Financial Instruments and Exchange Act, which is a pretty big deal because that'll allow people to drop their taxes by like 35%, man, from 55% to 20%. That's a big deal. Lower taxes equals more money equals more interest equals people buying up some Bitcoin bags, man, and that's good for the whole damn economy. We're looking at this here. Chainlink is partnering with MasterCard. What? Like that's pretty crazy stuff. I don't know what else is going on there, but anyways, 22 hours, 34 minutes left in the day. Let's see what we're doing on the short term, and then we'll zoom back out to the long term stuff. Okay, 1 hour time frame. We are topping off a little bit here on Coinbase. You can see we're moving up slowly but surely with volume dying off. That might express a little bit of a move down, but in all fairness too, we are in somewhat of a consolidation phase here a rather bullish consolidation phase. When you move up and you consolidate moving sideways like this, it's actually very bullish. Your RSI has time to cool off and see lower lows, and you're getting lower lows in the RSI while maintaining higher lows in the price. That's called hidden bullish divergence. It's not a bad thing. So the volume dying off might mean that we're just about to break out one way or the other, right? I think we're going to go to the upside here whenever we do break out. But we could go down a little bit first. What's nice is, look, we've rejected the overbought zone twice, and we haven't even interacted with the 50 once. That's very uncommon. That's bullish behavior right there, you guys. We could come down. It's okay if we do. I mean, hell, man, go all the way down to 104K again. Go below it, whatever. Who cares, right? Even if we go lower, it's fine. But I doubt we go too much lower. Really, we're on the precipice of breaking out. At least that's what the 1 hour RSI is expressing. So that's what I'm leaning with here. 4 hour time frame. 2 hours 33 minutes left in the 4 hour. I would not like to see us reject here just to come back up and then reject at a closer area to the overbought zone. I wouldn't like this 4 hour candle to close red. So close green, close here, close higher, push through the overbought zone. That's what we want to see. And then the next 4 hour candle, we'd like to persist and break out and continue to move, right? If we take this from a relative high at 110.6K to the relative low here, we're interacting with the golden ratio. I think this is actually a very bullish look right here. Maybe I should look at it on a daily time frame. I think that's a fine. Wow, what was that? I think this is a fine high to low to take. Actually, I was going to take it from the high over here, but we can do this from a 4 hour perspective. Golden ratio like this. I mean, I would expect then, just looking at this, we continue up to 107 to 109K, maybe even past that, right? And obviously, we're going to go past that by the end of the month. But I just mean like in a very short amount of time today. Perhaps what we do is we move up here today, get that 4 hour RSI up in there. And then we find some resistance, pull back to the 382, something like that. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we start working our way back up. Or maybe Friday, we start working our way up. Saturday, Sunday, we kind of chill. Maybe we're boring, back testing the 886. And then Monday, we rip, and we're at new all-time highs. Maybe even on Friday, Saturday, we're at new all-time highs. But I would expect by the end of this week, by the end of this month, we are at new all-time highs. That's the expectation. And maybe today's the day. Maybe it's more bullish than I'm letting on, man. Perhaps what happens is we don't stop at 107 to 110K, 109K, whatever the 786, 886 was. Let me just put that back on here. High to low. Yeah, maybe we don't stop at 108 to 109K. Perhaps what we do instead is today we just rip through to new all-time highs. Then we find support tomorrow, and then we continue to run. I don't know, but the expectation overall is that soon enough, by the end of this week, we'll be at new all-time highs. Going into July, we'll be pushing on to prices that are dramatically higher. 130K, 140K awaits, and then beyond that, it's right around the corner as well. We look at this on a weekly time frame here, 4 days, 23 hours left in the week, like 22 and a half hours left in the week. If this week can close above 109K, I think that's a good goal to have, because if we can close above there, we will effectively engulf 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of closing prices, 6, 7 weeks. I mean, the whole everything technically, right? If we can close above this level, it'll be the highest weekly close we've ever seen. And on top of that, we would effectively engulf this whole consolidation phase that took 5 weeks to form in 1 week, which I think is a bullish testament to itself. Rejecting the overbought zone, finding support here, very uncommon, associated with bullish moves, bullish endeavors, and that's awesome, right? We've got this uncommon bullish behavior across several time frames. The weekly time frame, that's not common. The daily time frame here, actually, I mean, that's nothing too crazy going on here. Maybe it was the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour, yeah, rejecting the overbought zone and then coming back up, that's uncommon. The 1 hour time frame, rejecting the overbought zone consistently and still finding support above the 50, well above the 50 at the 60 here, very, very uncommon and bullish stuff. If we're looking at the weekly time frame from a low to a high, going down below the 236 like this and not hitting the 382, super uncommon. All to the bullish effect. So we're likely going to go up higher. I think that this next phase is going to be more dramatic, more bullish than this last move was here. I think we were just being held back for whatever reason, consolidating right before this next big move. And if anything, it's only going to make this new all-time high expansion more bullish than it would have been if we were to just continue moving up here. So I'm very excited for the weeks ahead, very excited for the days ahead. I don't really have anything else that I want to say, so I'll probably just end the video there. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here, and yeah, that's the expectation at the moment. If I'm wrong, again, if I'm wrong, we go down to 95, 96, 93K, whatever, somewhere in that area, everything's fine. It's a lower price. Everything that I just said will still come true, just at a later date. It's not a big deal. So don't panic if we do get some kind of massive sell event, man. If I'm not here to make a live stream or hold your hand for it, seriously, don't panic, okay? The worst thing that you could do is panic. A lot of people panicked at the lows here, man, and we kept our cool. Everybody was worried about World War III. Yeah, but C-Zar, World War III, nuclear war. I'm like, dude, it's not happening. It's not happening, right? Actually, I made a post on Facebook with my real world friends, and I was like, man, if you I forget what the exact words were, but there was something on the lines of like, if you believe that we are going into World War III, you failed the media test, right? You bought the lie. If you didn't believe it, right, congratulations, you passed. This isn't the first time, man. We've had World War III scares. I think it's like the third one in the last year. And we never do. And it just makes a lot of sense that we wouldn't. It makes much more sense that the media would blow something out of proportion to cause fear and promote engagement in their network than they would actually tell you the truth. It makes a lot more sense that that's what they're doing. Anyways, I don't know, man. I got nothing else to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.